start record, you can start.
Okay, teacher. Okay, so okay,
Alright, okay, start.
Teacher.
teacher, can you hear?
Little bit slow.
A little slow. I tell share a window only.
Okay, cikgu ubah. Okay, bukan 10 minit lah. 10 minit tu probably lama sangat lah. Okay, probably around 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, 5 to 7 minutes. Cikgu edit sikit borang tu. 10 minit tu sebenarnya agak lama. Okay, you can present.
Okay. Can see, right?
Okay, boleh.
Okay, I said. So hi everyone. I am from group 3. So these are my team members, and this is Cikgu Irfan. So my team members are Lukman, Adam, Nuwish, Iqbal, Raymond, Wafri, Lechin.
Teacher.
Lahan.
Okay, first off, I would like to hear what you guys understand.
Oh, we cannot hear.
Yes, we can hear.
Probably and boleh ni kot. Can you share the link dekat chat so everyone can boleh tengok?
So okay. Teacher, I think can proceed with other groups first because my line here is quite low.
Okay, okay. Group 2? Ada tak group 2?
Ada.
Okay, can we start with group 2?
Boleh.
Alright.
Boleh.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. Today, our group will tell you about the development of periodic table. I would like to start off with the introduction. The periodic table of elements classifies non-chemical elements in tabular form according to certain characteristics. Many theories were discovered by scientists before the modern periodic table of the elements was produced.
Hi there, I'd like to continue by introducing the brilliant minds behind the development of the modern periodic table. That's Antoine Lavoisier, Johann Wolfgang Berbereiner, John Newlands, Lothar Meyer, Dmitry Mendeleev, who has developed the classification of the elements and finally Henry Moseley.
Let me explain a little bit about Anton's Lavoisier research. Lavoisier classified elements according to certain groups such as gases, nonmetals, metal, and metal oxide. However, his classification was less accurate because he also classified light, heat, and a few compounds into the group as elements. Besides, there were several elements that were classified into the same group but showed different chemical properties. This is Anton Lavoisier predictable. As we can see, the design is far different from modern periodic table.
Okay, thank you Adif. Now I would like to explain about Johann W. de Bruyn's discovery. De Bruyne found that the atomic mass of strontium atom was similar to the average mass of calcium atom and barium atom. These elements had the same chemical properties. A similar condition occur with chlorine, bromine, and iodine. The group consisting of these three elements was named triad. De Bruyne's classification was limited to several elements only. However, his classification showed the relationship between the chemical properties of elements and atomic mass. This is his version of periodic table. It is very different from Antoine Lavoisier version.
Hi, my name is Alif. Now, let's go through John Newell's research. Newell arranged elements according to their increasing atomic mass. He arranged 7 elements in a row because he found that the chemical and physical properties of the first element recurred at every 8th element. He named the arrangement as the law of octopus. The law of octopus has only been confirmed by the 70th elements. However, the recurrence and properties of 8 elements show the presence of periodic pattern in the properties of elements. This is version of periodic table. The table now looks arranged and clean, but a little bit different from modern periodic table.
This is a log Mayer. Mayer has plotted a graph of atomic volume against the atomic mass of n elements. He found that elements that were in equivalent position on the graph curve had similar chemical property. For example, alkali metals such as lithium, sodium, potassium, and rubidium. There's a work at the apex of the curve. Mayer has also proved a repetition of neutral of elements such as Newland. This is Mayer periodic table. Now, it will look more organized.
Now, I would like to explain about Dmitry Mendeleev's founding. Mendeleev arranged the elements according to the increase in atomic mass. Only elements with similar chemical properties are arranged in the same vertical column. He left some empty spaces in the table to be filled with undiscovered elements. He managed to predict the properties of undiscovered elements through the properties of elements that were above and below the elements in the table. This is Dimitri's periodic table. This looks very similar to modern periodic table.
Finally, that's Henry Moseley. The brilliant scientist studied the frequency of X-rays emitted by various elements, and eventually he discovered the relationship of the X-ray spectrum with the number of protons. He suggested that each element should have its own number of protons. He then arranged the elements in the periodic table in ascending order, according to their increasing number of protons. Moseley also left empty spaces like Mendeleev and managed to predict 4 elements that were later discovered, namely technetium, promethium, pythium, and rhenium. Here's Moseley's periodic table. Now, this looks very similar to the modern periodic table.
So we can see the difference of patterns and properties on each periodic table. Some are simple, some are hard to read, some are inaccurate, and some are good. Here we can see everyone is trying to correct the mistake to get the result.
And that's it from group 2. Thank you.
Alright, okay, thank you group 2. Okay, group 3 nak pergi balik ke ataupun we continue to group 4?
Yes, yes, we can do that.
Alright, okay, pergi group 3.
Teacher, we need your help.
Yes, what can I help you?
We want to know more about subtopic 4.1, the history of periodic table.
Okay, first off, I would like to hear what you guys understand.
We will begin with Antoine Lavoisier.
Antoine Lavoisier started classifying the elements according to certain groups such as metal, non-metal, and metal oxide.
But his version of the periodic table is less accurate. This is because he also includes light, heat, and a few compounds as an elements. Besides all of that, he also classified several elements as one group, even though all of it showed different chemical properties.
Even though his periodic table design is flawed, his contribution to chemistry is still worthy to be noted, such as chemical nomenclature, which is a rule which generates systematic names for a chemical compound. For example, FeCl3, which is iron chloride. Next is Johann W. Dubriner.
His full name is Johann Wolfgang Duberreiner. He found the atomic mass of strontium atom, Sr, and was similar to the average mass of calcium atom, Ca, and barium atom, Ba. These elements had the same chemical properties.
A similar condition occurred with chlorine Cl, bromine Br, and iodine I. The group consisting of these three elements was named triad. Dubriner's classification was limited to several elements only. However, his classification showed the relationship between the chemical properties of elements and atomic mass.
Okay, what about others?
The development of the periodic table. John Newlands is a British chemist born in London, England. In his early life, he started small and was homeschooled by his father. He then studied in the Royal College of Chemistry and was known at the time as an analytical chemist. In 1865, he published his Law of Octaves, which has since been applied in today's periodic table. However, some found this baffling and rejected his publication. Luckily, in 1887, he finally got recognized and awarded the Davy Medal.
Contribution. John Newland's possible greatest achievement in his life is the birth of the law of octave. He stated that first he stated the first he stated that the first element's properties are the same for every eighth element. Example being that the properties of B, boron as the first element, is the same as Al, aluminium as the eighth element. While it may have its flaws, there's no doubt that the existence of the law of octaves prove patterns in the periodic table.
Lothar Meyer. Julius Lothar Meyer was a German chemist. He was one of the pioneers in developing the earliest version of the periodic table of the chemical element. Russian chemist Dmitry Mendeleev, his chief rival, and he had both worked with Robert Bunsen. Mayer never used his first given name and was known throughout his life simply as Lothar Mayer.
Contribution. Mayer did contribute to the development of the periodic table in another way though. He was the first person to recognize the periodic trends in the properties of elements, and the graph shows the pattern he saw in the atomic volume of an element plotted against its atomic weight.
Excuse me? I'm gonna have to read that? Oh, don't worry. Let me put on my monocle. Oh, sure. Hold on. Okay, that's better. Oh no, what are these names? Okay, chemistry infographic. Alexandra Amelia Beguier de Cocotois. About him. Alexander Emile Beguier de Cocotois? No, Cocotois was a French geologist and mineralogist who was the first to arrange the chemical elements in order of atomic weights, doing so in 1862. De Courtois only published his paper, but did not publish his actual graph with the irregular arrangement. His life. De Courtois was born in 1820 in Paris. At age of 18, he entered the renowned École Polytechnique, one of the best-known French grande écoles at engineering and management. In 1848, de Courtois went back to Paris and joined the teaching faculty as professor of mine surveying at École Nationale Supérieure des Mines de Paris. He worked with the Le Play to organize a collection of minerals for the French government. He died in 1886 in Paris. Rest in peace. His principal contribution to chemistry was the telluric screw, a three-dimensional arrangement of the elements constituting an early form of the periodic classification, published in 1862. The telluric screw plotted the atomic weights of the elements on the outside of a cylinder, so that one complete turn corresponded to an atomic weight increases of 16. As the diagram shows, the arrangement means that certain elements with similar properties appear in a vertical line. Although the telluric screw did not correctly display all the trends that were known at the time, the Courtois was the first to use a periodic arrangement of all the known elements, showing that similar elements appear at periodic atom weights. Oh, wow.
Henry Moseley. Wonder facts about him. He was the first to use X-ray spectroscopy to measure the X-ray spectra of metals, which was important in the invention of X-ray crystallography. His famous works and contribution. In 1913, he used self-built equipment to prove that every element's identity is uniquely determined by the number of protons it has. His discovery revealed the true basis of the periodic table and enabled Moseley to predict confidently the existence of four new chemical elements, all of which were found. Moseley's law advanced atomic physics, nuclear physics, and quantum physics by providing the first experimental evidence in favor of Niels Bohr's theory. Aside from the hydrogen atom spectrum, which was the Bohr theory was designed to reproduce. That theory, refined Ernest Rutherford and
Anonymous 1, then Bragg's model, which proposed that the atom contained in its nucleus a number of positive nuclear charges that is equal to its atomic number in the periodic table. This remains the accepted model today.
Okay, dah habis. Thank you. Alright, next. Kumpulan mana pula? Fatin Maisara, kumpulan berapa tu?
Group 4, cikgu.
Alright, okay.
Before that, I want to introduce my group members. It's me, Fatin Maisara, Sophia Alia, Lim Sin Hong, Alia Kaisara, Ashwarya, Adiba, Ayuni, and Aida Nurjana.
Tolak markah,
Hi,
sakit
Alia.
telinga.
Hi, Fatin. What's the matter?
Alia, I feel so sad today. I get scolded by my parents because I failed my chemistry test again.
Is that so? I'm sorry to hear that, Fatin. How about predictable? Did you understand it well?
I hate predictable so much. Why it is so hard to understand? I didn't even know who created it.
Oh, don't worry. I have an interesting book for you about development of periodic table. Perhaps you can refer to that book.
Oh, really? Thank you so much, Alia.
No problem. I'll give it to you tomorrow.
Nice. See you tomorrow.
Alright, see ya.
The next day.
Historical development of periodic table? Let's try to read it. Ouch, that hurts. Wait, where I am?
Welcome to the historical development of periodic table.
You sound familiar. Is that you, Alia?
Nope, you got the wrong person. I am Sarah, and today, me and my friends will be guiding you in this journey.
Okay then. By the way, what is periodic table?
The periodic table of elements classifies non-chemical elements in a table according to certain characteristics. Many theories were explained by scientists before the modern periodic table of elements was produced. What were those theories? Do you know the scientists involved in the development of the periodic table of elements? Well, you will be knowing it soon. Now, we will be moving on to the next chapter. Chapter 2, which is figure behind the periodic table. The first scientist I'll be introducing to you is Antoine Lavoisier. Antoine Lavoisier, or his full name, Antoine Laurent de Lavoisier, was born to a wealthy family of the nobility in Paris on 26 August 1743 and died on 8 May 1794 at the age of 15 in Paris, France. His biggest contribution in periodic table are that he classified elements according to certain groups such as gases, nonmetals, metals, and metal oxides. However, his classification was less accurate because he also classified light, heat, and a few compounds into the groups as elements. Besides, there were several elements that were classified into the same group but showed different chemical properties.
So the second scientist is Johann Wolfgang Dobereiner. Johann Wolfgang Dobereiner was a German chemist who is best known for work that foreshadowed the periodic law for the chemical elements, and born on 13 December 1780, Hof, German, and died on 24 March 1849 at the age of 68, Jena, Germany. His biggest contribution is Dobereiner's law of triads. His contribution in periodic table are that he found that the atomic mass of strontium atom, Sr, was same to the average mass of calcium atom, Ca, and barium atom, Ba. These elements had the same chemical properties. A similar situation occurred with chlorine, Cl, bromine, Br, and iodine, I. The group that has these three elements named triad, and his classifies was limited to certain elements only.
The third scientist is John Newlands. John Newlands, or his full name John Alexander Reyna Newlands, was born on 26 November 1837 in London, England, at Wick Square in Lambeth, and died on 21 July 1898 at the age of 60 in England. His biggest contribution in periodic table are he arranged elements according to their increasing atomic mass. He arranged 7 elements in a row because he found that the chemical and physical properties of the first element required the very 8th element. He named the arrangement as the law of octave. The law of octave had only been confirmed by the first 70 elements. However, the recurrence in properties of the 8th element showed the presence of periodic pattern in the properties of elements.
For the fourth scientist is Lothar Meyer. Lothar Meyer, or his full name Julius Lothar Meyer, was born on 19 August 1830 in Varel and died on 11 April 1895 in Tübingen. He was a German scientist and one of the pioneers in developing the first periodic table. His biggest contribution are he plotted the graph of atomic volume against atomic mass. He found similar chemical properties of the elements at equivalent positions on the curve of the graph. Meyer also proved same recurrence in the properties of elements as Newlands.
The second last scientist is Dmitry Mendeleev. Dmitry Mendeleev, 1834 to 1907. Dmitry Mendeleev, or his full name, Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev, was born on 8th of February 1834 in Dobotsk, Russia. He died on 2nd of February 1907 at the age of 72. He was a chemistry scientist and an inventor. Mendeleev's contribution to the periodic table is formulating the periodic table of chemical elements. Mendeleev arranged the elements according to their increasing atomic masses. Only elements with similar chemical properties were arranged in the same vertical columns. He had left several empty spaces to be filled by undiscovered elements. Mendeleev identified the trends and relationships in the order of the elements and made a predictive table. He was successful in predicting the properties of elements based on the properties of elements located above and below an element in the table.
Henry Moseley, or his full name Henry John Jeffreys Moseley, was born in England on 23 November 1887 and died on 10 August 1915 at the age of 27 at Gallipoli, Ottoman Empire. His biggest contribution in periodic table are he found that frequencies of X-ray released by various elements and eventually found a relationship between the X-ray spectrum and protons numbers. Henry proposed that each element have its own proton numbers. He also arranged the elements in the periodic table of elements according to their increasing proton numbers. Moseley also left empty spaces in his periodic table like Mendeleev and successfully predicted 4 elements, namely technetium Pe, promethium Pm, hafnium Hf, and rhenium Ra, which were discovered later.
Wow, all of them are so cool. I did find periodic table more interesting after this. Thanks.
That's all from us. Thank you.
Alright, next. Siapa pula? Okay, Diana Batrisha.
Group 5 tau.
Alright,
Ni
okay.
kami minta Mirza tolong presentkan sebab kami punya line slow and some of kami guna phone. So yeah, thanks Mirza. Okay, sebelum tu, before we start this video, please ignore if you guys see something that is not involved in periodic table. You will see it later, and because just take it as a meme, okay? Let's start.
Oh, 22 minit.
Oh.
Hi, Assalamualaikum to everyone. We are from group 5 and today we are about to explain about the historical development of the periodic table by Diana, which is me. Next we have Aida Sofia, Ratia, Mirza Imanina, Dania, and don't be confused which are Dania and Diana. I'm Diana and she is Dania. And next we have Kaisara Balkis, Nurin Ibina, and Nur Natra. So this is our role play. So me was the teacher, is the teacher. Next we have the group 1, which are group 1 and group 2 is the students, are the students. So group 1 is making the animations, which are Ratia, Kaisara Balkis, Mirza Imanina, and Siti Nur Shapira. And then we go to the group 2, which are the infographic, Aida Sofia, Natra, and Nuri Idina, and Dania Christina. So, hi everyone, good morning class. So today we are about historical development of the periodic table. What is the periodic table of elements classifies? So here we are, the periodic table of elements. The periodic table of elements classifies known chemical elements in a table according to certain characteristics. Many theories were explained by scientists before the modern periodic table of elements was produced. So that was the some of the point that you must know, and I hope all of you will understand the statements. Alright, these are some questions because I want to know about you guys. How far can you guys understand well about this periodic table? So for the first question, who is the first scientist involved in the development of the periodic table of elements? So I'll pick. Oh, yeah, I forgot that we have a homework, right? Right, students? Did you guys finish it?
Yeah.
Alright.
I guess.
Alright. Good job. Nice. So for the homeworks, I think that you guys can answer the questions well because the homeworks was totally the answer. So yeah, this is the questions for the homeworks that you got. So yeah, is the first scientist involved in the development of the periodic table of elements. So I would like to choose Kaisara Balkis.
One second.
Oh wait.
1 second.
Oh, 1 second. Okay.
Is it Antoine Lavoisier?
Yeah, correct. That's what's the answer. Yeah, that's totally great because maybe you finished the homework as well. Congrats. So we move to the next question. What are the groups that Lavoisier classify the elements? So may I pick Dania?
Yeah.
All right. What is the answer?
1 second.
Okay. Take your time. Take your time.
There are gases, non-metals, metals, and metal oxides.
Yeah, correct. That was the answer.
Good, you guys. You guys can finish the answers correctly. That means, alright, you guys just finish your homework as well. How about others? So since you guys already finished your homework, so I would like to ask one bonus question that are not involved in your homework task. So the question is, can some of you explain about the Antoine Lavoisier? I would like to pick Ratia.
Who's that again?
Oh, the questions. I repeat. Can you explain more about the scientist named Antoine Lavoisier?
I mean, who's that?
Who's that? You should know. The answer number one was totally his name. How probably in the world you don't know the answer? It just explain. You don't have to copy the real on the textbook. What I mentioned. Just say what you understand about it.
He's a scientist, right? Right?
Yeah, he is a scientist. He's not a doctor. He is a scientist. Of course, he's a scientist. If he's a teacher, he would be here in my place. Okay, you can explain more.
Yeah, he's a scientist, and then what was it? He was the first scientist, and what was the elements they classified again?
Ratia, oh my gosh, it's okay. And someone would like to help Ratia? Repeat. Nurin. 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 What's the answers?
Me? I also don't know.
You say did you finish your homework well? So how can you probably don't know? Others, may someone would like to help Nurin or Ratia or others want you may raise hand. No one? Mirza Imanina? Shafira? Natra? Aida? All of you didn't finish your homework, right? Just be honest with me. I'm a good teacher, trust me. I'm a good teacher.
I wrote my name.
Wait. I can't hear you. Since this is an online class, I can't hear you clearly.
I don't know what I did.
Oh, really? Oh, easy, Ratia. All right. I hope you guys will finish
Thanks
it.
for honesty.
Yeah, all right. It's okay, everyone. I'm a good teacher. I repeat, I'm a good teacher. It's okay. So I hope you guys will like to finish it because I would like to give you another task after this. So it's okay. I would like to explain about the Antoine Lavoisier. So yeah, he is the first scientist for this periodic table, and then he classified elements to certain groups, which are the second question stairs, such as gases, non-metals, metals, and metal oxides. Probably that Kaisar Balkis talk about it. And then you can look at your textbooks. However, his classification was less accurate because he also classified light, heat, and a few compounds into the groups as elements. So yeah, you can know that he's also classified light and heat, other than gases, non-metals, metals, and metal oxide, and a few compounds confound into the groups of S elements. So we know that elements is the periodic table, or we can call it as atoms too. Besides, there were several elements that were classified into the same group but show different chemical properties. And I hope you guys would like to understand it well. Class, are you guys clear?
Clear, teacher.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for focus for today's class. All right, next we have the task. Yay, you guys want to do the task. So this task is totally group work. Yeah, yay. Because why I give you guys the group work? Because some of you didn't finish your homework when you do it alone. So I would like to give you group work. I'm a good teacher, right? Yeah. So it's up to you to make your own group, at least 2 group here. So the task is create a creative word to describe the historical development of the periodic table. So yeah, such as you can do your such as poster, drawings, animations, and maybe infographic and else. So I hope you guys would like to finish this task by today. Of course, by today. You may submit the work in your Google Classroom because I will let you guys to present it tomorrow. Alright guys, thank you for the class today.
Thank you, teacher.
Alright.
Thank you, teacher.
Good teacher.
Okay.
The next day.
Assalamualaikum and very good morning class. Did you guys ready for your task? You guys, morning guys.
Good morning.
Morning. All right.
Good morning, teacher.
Yes. Thank you for responding me well because you guys would never open your cams during class online because me also did open my cams during online class since I'm a student.
I have a periodic table.
Okay. Yes, probably your periodic table background was the faces of you. Nice to meet you, periodic table. Never mind. We're about to continue. And did you guys finish the tasks, the group work?
Yes, teacher.
Alright, nice. That's why I love you guys. Tiber. Alright, so we move to the first group. Who are the first group? Wait, I would like to see the first group. Did you guys want to send me the name? So I would like to present the first group. So we can see the first group. They're doing infographic. That's supposed to be C. It's not K there. I'm sorry, the typo. So the first group is Aida, Sophia, Natra, Nuri, Idina, and Danya. Give them a round of applause. You may present your work right now. Wow, nice. That's nice infographic.
Hi, and hello. We are from Group Infographic. We have Aida Sophia, which is me, Nurin Eldina, Nur Natra, and Dania Christina. So today, we are going to presenting about historical development of the periodic table.
All right.
So I'm gonna read the first one. Antoine Lavoisier. So if my pronunciation is wrong, so 1743 till 1794. Lavoisier classified elements according to certain groups such as gases, non-metals, metals, and metals oxides. However, his classification was less accurate because he also classified light, heat, and a few compounds into the group as elements. Besides, there were several elements that were classified into the same group but show different chemical properties. So next.
Okay, second we have Johann Wolfgang Dobrynin, 1718 until 1849. Dobrynin found that the atomic mass of strontium Sr was similar to the average mass of calcium atom Ca and barium atom Ba. These elements had the same chemical properties. A similar condition occurred with chlorine, Cl, bromine, Br, and iodine I. The group consisting of these 3 elements was named triad. Dobrynin's classification showed the relationship between the chemical properties of elements and atomic mass. Third, we have John Newlands, 1837 until 1898. Newlands arranged elements according to the increasing atomic masses. He arranged 7 elements in a row because he found that the chemical and physical properties of the first element recurred at every 8 elements. He named the arrangement as the law of octaves. The law of octaves had only been confirmed by the first 17 elements. However, the recurrence in properties of the 8 element showed the presence of a periodic pattern in the properties of elements. Next.
Fourth, we have Luther Meyer, 1830 until 1895. Julius Luther Meyer was a German chemist. He was of the pioneers in developing the earliest version of the periodic tables of chemical elements. Russian chemist Dmitry Mendeleev, his chief rival, and he had both worked with Robert Bunsen. Meyer never used his first given name and was known throughout his life simply as Lothar Meyer. Fifth, we have Dmitry Mendeleev, 1834 until 1907. Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev was a Russian chemist and inventor. He is the best remembered for formulating the periodic law and creating the far-sight version of periodic tables of elements. He used the periodic laws not only to correct the then accepted properties of some known elements, such as the valence and atomic weight of uranium, but also the predict the properties but also to predict the properties, and 3 elements were yet to be discovered. Continue. Please continue.
Uh, Henry Moseley, 1087 until 1950. Moseley studied the frequency of X-ray released by various elements and eventually found a relationship between X-ray spectrum and proton number. He proposed that each element ought to have its own proton number. Then he arranged the elements in the periodic table of elements according to their increasing proton number. Moseley also left empty space in his periodic table like Mendeleev and successfully predicted 4 elements, namely technetium, Tc, promethium, Pm, hafnium, Hf, and rhenium, Re, which were discovered later. Okay guys, that's all from us. Bye bye. Thank you.
Alright, thank you, group 2. Nice infographic. So yeah. Alright. You can see the infographic as they are going to explain all the scientists from the textbooks. From 1743, scientists start from 1743 until 1915. Alright, next. We're moving to the next group. I'm so excited to know the animation. So you may start now, group 1.
we go again.
Alright, that's all from us. Thank you for enjoying our role play, and we including the role play animation, also infographic. Hope Jennifer would like to give us. Hiya, Smart. Bye bye. Thanks, everyone. Thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thanks for your time, everyone.
Okay. Now,
Alright, tadi group 5. Thank you group 5. So, tengok jam dah pukul berapa ni. So, you know what to give the marks. Okay. So, ada berapa lagi group yang belum siap ni? Belum ada lagi.
one,
Group
one.
1.
Group
Lagi?
6 dan 7 ada.
Group 1, 6 and 7 belum lagi kan?
6 dan 7, 6 ada ke? 7.
So, group 1 buat quiz. Group 6. Group 6 buat apa?
Jawab kuis ni untuk apa sih?
Apa dia?
Yang kuis ni untuk apa?
Group 6. Tak, group 6 buat apa? Buat your works ni buat apa?
Oh.
Quiz juga. Group 7. Quiz macam mana? Okay, so ada lagi 8 minutes before 4:30. So, do you want to continue or kita continue today probably before 5 lah. I need to end it before 5. Ataupun next lesson. Buat poll. Cikgu buat poll.
Continue.
Okay, cikgu buat poll.
Yes, continue.
Continue or postpone.
Sir, bukan group saja 5 ke? Bukan ada sampai 7?
Ada 7 group kan?
Hey. Ada 7 ke? Ada sampai 5 ke? What is this?
Ni kan? 7 group kan?
Cek balik. Tak. Saya mengecek.
Okay, klik poll. Okay. Klik dekat tiga segi petak dan bulat dekat belah kanan bawah.
Sir, tengok kat group.
Kat group.
5 je kan group.
5? Is it 5? Sekejap. Oh, cikgu yang tersilap. Oh, okay. Five saja. Sorry. Bukan 7. So, lagi satu group je kan?
Yes.
Macam tu continue je lah. Tak payahlah vote. Okay, kita buat quiz. I thought it was 7. So, nanti yang banyak-banyak tu, belakang-belakang tu just isi je. Okay? Ada group 6 and 7 tu, just isi je. Ataupun, isi je. Isi main-main je 6 and 7. So, cikgu akan tengok 1 until 5 je lah. Alright? Okay. Okay, group 1. Boleh continue.
Okay. Now, we are from group 1. I am Mirza Aris.
Hi, Miza.
I am Abang Shah Abbas.
I'm Hong Liang.
I am Abdul Hafiz.
I am Arshad.
And I am Evan.
Okay, class. Are you ready for the quiz of development of the periodic table of elements? Yes.
Quiz ni semua ke ataupun just your group saja?
Tak semua kita jawab.
Okay, alright.
Okay.
Kenapa?
Cikgu juga.
We shall start now. Okay, I will give the link. You all can enter the quiz. Click the link.
Okay, share lah screen.
Thanks, Teacher Mirza.
Wait, I'll share. Okay, sekarang dah 27 orang. Saya ingat masuk. Saya tunggu sampai 30 orang. Who is Effendi? Okay, we shall start now. Effendi. Okey, Aida sampai kami nombor 4. Julia naik nombor 7. Oh, Arif memotong pizza. Oh, pizza. Aduh. Aida ni juga sengit antara Mirza dan Arif. Adakah Aida Sofia beli potong? Oh, lomba potong. Oh. Ceritanya sangat pantas. Oh. Abang dari nombor 2. Oh, you nak potong? Oh, Lokman. Kau nak beli nombor 8. Abang memotong juga. Oh, Mirza, beli nombor 2. Arif beli nombor 4. Okey, sekarang Intan, Cik 15, Wafil naik di nombor 3. Oh, Arif naik di nombor 1. Abang, memotong Arif. Lokman, memotong abang. Wah. Pertarungan untuk nombor 1. Semakin sengit. Yang ada sekarang di nombor 1. Lokman memotong semula. Di manakah Omara? Wafil dan Lokman. Oh, Wafil memotong Lokman. Lokman salah satu. Satu dah. Okey. Wafil semakin melemparkan kedudukan. Kita cuba mengejar. Go Yula. Go Yula. Wafil. Oh, Yula boleh Wafil. Okey, tapi masih ramai lagi. Oh, Mirza telah menghabiskan bisnes. Oh, Wafil tak boleh Yula. Adakah dia akan percaya? Abang memotong Mirza. Wafil masih belum memotong Yula. Ada Sofia dan nombor 5. Oh, Wafil memotong Yula. Untuk dia yang satu. Adakah siapa boleh mengejar Wafil? Atau menyusul terlambat? Sinhong naik di nombor 7. Wah, Ashok di nombor 9. Okay, Evan di nombor 6. Wow, Lokman memotong Wafil. Baik dulu. Dia menaik jadi nombor 5. Okey, sekarang masih tak habis ada. Oh, Lokman dah nak habis kita soalan. Wafil masih berbaki. Sudah. Okey, sekarang Adam dan Aida taruh untuk berapa tempat kita nak tunjuk. Nanti nasi Hongko FND di nombor 9 dan Hong Yang di nombor 14. Fatin Maisara saya nombor 6. Lokman dah habis menjawab kuis. Ya, ada teman sekali. Oh, ada soalan di nombor 5. Okay, Wafi, Denver dan Lokman satu. Adakah siapa boleh memotong Lokman? Ini Kaisaran Negeri nombor 7. Potong Adam. Okay, sekarang Raymond setengah jawab soalan. Oh, Raymond, nombor 8. Syah, apa tahu untuk 2 kali. Apa jawab? What is this? Ayah Kaisaran Syah Leksas. Kamu jangan terlalu jawab soalannya 15. Siapa Arya Megrani? Wow, Syah, boy, adakah jangan percaya untuk Wafi dan Lokman? Raymond juga adakah jangan percaya? Wow. Adakah keluarga pertama akan berubah semula? Tidak. Apa Syah? Tak salah. Syah. Raymond. Syah boleh nombor 1. Dia motor Lokman dan Wafi. Raymond kan?
Dia buat 2 kali kan?
Dia buat 2 kali. So tidak ada. Apa ni tak ada?
Kenapa Raymond stop?
Dia jawab soalan. Tak sikit Raymond.
Siapa Ariana Grande?
Ariana Grande. Siapalah Ariana Grande? Wish, Ariana Grande. Nombor 9. Ada semua. Wow. Adakah salah tahu? Raymond dia nombor 4. Tapi centimeternya nombor 3.
Okay, boleh end dah kot.
Okay, dah boleh end.
Okay, yang lain boleh start isi that sheet tu, that form tu. Okay, and then terus submit sheets tu. So jangan tangguh.
So soalan mana yang paling banyak sekali orang salah?
Mana dia salah?
Ya, question. Okay, soalan ni ada 15 betul dan 16 salah. Dia sama, 15 betul dan 16 salah. Ini 20 betul dan 11 salah. 20 betul dan 11 salah. 18 betul dan 13 salah. 14 betul dan 17 salah. Okay, ini yang paling ramai sekali orang betul. 23 betul dan 8 orang salah. Tapi ini yang paling banyak sekali orang salah. 9 orang betul dan 22 orang yang salah.
Cikgu letak jawapan dia no-brainer kot. Kira salah juga.
Sama. Apa ni?
Kurang.
Kira tulis nombor panjang. Okay. Cuba kita tengok. Okay. Cuba
Saya tulis W.
Jangan forget the rider. Okay, ni betul. Cuma tak ada E.
Kesian.
Okay, ni pun betul. Cuma dia letak nama hujung je. Johan. Okay, mana cikgu
John. John.
John.
John.
I don't know. P. Johan. Okay, dia sebenarnya betul juga tapi W.
Sama.
The Briner. Ada betul.
Ui.
Ariana Grande pun betul.
Ariana Grande. Sama ni.
Ariana Grande.
Ariana.
Alibah pun betul.
Ya betul. Yang Joker.
Lah sangat. Okay. The Briner. Johan Wolfgang. Tapi tak The Briner. The
Briner.
Tengok.
Okay, boleh continue.
Okay. Okay, this John Newland's arrangement. Okay. Ini 35% accuracy. Ini 76% accuracy. Okay, ramai yang betul. 26 players yang betul. Dan 4 players yang salah. Okay, good. Ini 12 player salah. Dan 18 player betul. This. Okay, ni ramai orang betul. Lots Mayer. Mendel left. Okay. Let's go. Give me 3 Mendel. Okay. Okay, so lah saja soalan-soalan yang ada.
Alright, okay. Semua boleh ni isikan form tu. Okay, so di 442. Cikgu akan endkan by 445. Okay, pastikan isi form tu and then klik submit. Untuk group 6 dan group 7 tu just isi je apa-apa pun. Okay. Because cikgu tersilap ingatkan ada 7 group. Okay, after that, okay, untuk yang okay, untuk sekejap. So, untuk yang kerja-kerja tu just submit setiap bagi bukan semua group member, just one from each member, from each group, just submit lah. Kalau yang buat YouTube tu just upload your link, yang buat video tu. Macam quiz tu just upload link jugalah. Banyak buat apa tu kan just upload your link je dekat situ, tak perlu download and upload.
Okay, sir. So quiz saya apa lah?
Aku just share link lah.
Okay.
Share link, jangan share link yang create quiz tu. Share yang supaya orang yang nak buat quiz tu boleh access. Okay, yang tadi post tadi tu jangan share lah. Yang tu sebab kalau kita nak masuk quiz, kita nak main quiz tu. Yang Mirza post kat dalam chat tadi tu, tak perlulah. Okay, semua dah isi belum? Yang markah tu? Okay, ada nak ubah ke markah ke? Ada yang rasa panjang-panjang sangat tu? Alright, it's already 4:45. Okay, okay, semua give a very big clap untuk everyone. Semua tepuk tangan. You did do very good job. Okay, walaupun ada yang ni. Okay, semua berjaya buat lah. Okay, your apa tu, project tu. Tak boleh buka. You need to use ni apa, Gmail KPM. You pakai Gmail KPM. Sebab sign in tu cikgu limitkan untuk yang KPM saja. Sebab everyone can only isi sekali saja. Alright, so kalau semua kena submit ni. Kalau tak submit, markah untuk group tu akan rendah lah. Okay, markah untuk group tu. Sebab average dia tu akan rendah. Cikgu akan tampur semua. Katalah for group 1 kan. Ada 41 people yang dah hantar. Cikgu akan campur semua and then average divide by 41 lah. Akan dapat average and then I will take it as a 40%. Another 60% is from me. Okay, it's already 4:45. Cikgu endkan recording. Okay.